Situated. Here we are, everybody. Welcome in. BRV Shorts, Wade and Hayden with you, bringing you some more funny stories from the webs and stories from our life that you may or may not be interested in, but we're going to tell you anyways. Welcome into the van.
That's a fact.
It's been a new week. It's fun. New stuff happening to me. We're doing baseball season again.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, dude. It is
months away.
It is spring baseball time here in Lenore City. And
months away for me, Mine's still too little.
Well, yeah, mine is, I got both of mine now.
I know. Yeah.
Cole and Macy both are playing. So it's going to be fun. I'm coaching again. And last year, gosh, I talked about baseball on the pod all the time, right? You went and saw a couple games.
I mean, it's like we spectated and kept up with a 5-year-old league, or what is it, 4 to 6?
It's 4 to 6.
4 to 6-year-old league, like it was professional baseball.
Yeah.
We were calling stats of the game.
Welcome to Lenore City. Yeah, that's what we do. We were calling stats. Macy was very active in it last year. This year, she's got 2 of her classmates because she's in kindergarten that are going to be on her team. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We can't wait. But I can't wait for Harding to join because when we get him out there, him and Cole are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I have a feeling we're going to have some sluggers.
So I didn't get to tell you this because I didn't see you today until just now, but we got him a green glove. Okay, and you know how much he loves Hulk.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we got to show him the glove and say, "Is this the glove you want?" And he said, "Yes. Get me the green glove. Give me a Hulk glove. I like a Hulk glove, and I'll smash him if I have a Hulk glove." He's got the instinct already, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's ready to go.
It sounds like his batting gloves need to be green too.
His bat is green.
Oh yes.
His cleats are green. So and he's set. And it's so convenient because he was born on St. Patrick's Day.
Even better.
So how funny is it that his favorite color is green?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it's good. You, my friend, you're closing in on having 100% more kids in your home.
100%. Yeah.
And 2 is a 100% more than 1.
Yeah.
And so what? How you feeling?
I'm ready, dude. I'm not worried about it.
How far away are we now?
Mid-May, is the due time.
Closing in.
Yeah. I'm ready though. We got my little boy. Little girl's gonna be a perfect little addition to the family. Good to go, man.
There you go. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole lot of diapers. And are you ready for that again?
Oh, changing of diapers, yes, but we cloth diaper. Don't forget.
Yeah. How could I?
We're good to the earth.
The Johnsons are very good to the earth. There's not a truer statement that you could ever say.
Yeah. Fun fact: diapers don't biodegrade at all.
No, they don't really even burn up in a fire.
They're one of the things that last the longest in a landfill, and we use billions of them a year.
Yeah, I might have used 10 of them a day on Macy.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing, it's no joke.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's I'm happy for you guys. Obviously, rounding out your family to 4. Harding's going to be able to help you. He's old enough. I'm sure he's ready for.
I went and picked up 2 new Joy-Cons for our Nintendo Switch, so now we can do family Mario Party. She's going to be a little behind in the beginning, but. She'll catch up.
She'll catch up. The younger ones always, catch up a lot quicker. So anyway, it's cool. So what are we here to talk about today? We talk about things from the webs that are either interesting, or like I said, things from our life that are interesting.
Right.
We've got one really, really good one that we're going to tease tonight. That it's going to be such good conversation when we finally do.
I don't even know what it is. So. Flying blind on this one. I don't know.
When we finally have this conversation that I'm teasing, you are going to thank me for bringing it up.
Okay.
But tonight, I want to...
There's a few things.
I've got a couple things. You got a couple things?
Well, that we're not going to talk about.
True. I guess we're not going to talk about watches.
Okay. What does that mean?
Specific Rolexes.
Okay.
So...
Bling, if you will.
So, I guess... Would you ever pay
ice?
Would you ever pay $18,000 for a watch?
Never.
Not even if you knew it'd be worth $75,000 in 5 years.
If it would, that just doesn't seem like someone could guarantee me that. So it'd be a risky thing. But if it was set in stone, you would be a moron to not do that.
So
anything that's going to appreciate that much in that short amount of time is duh.
But are any investments set in stone? Are any stocks you invest in set in stone?
Not necessarily.
So there's no one that could give you what you just asked for.
That's true, but telling me a piece of jewelry that is going to be worth that much more is, what happens with the,
So, okay, list off a couple of other things that people invest in, that people invest their money in, that you can think of off the top of your head.
Growing businesses.
Okay. I read an article about maple syrup in Canada.
Okay.
About how Canada is like the sole supplier of maple syrup for the world. So people in Canada invest in maple syrup like stockpiles,
right?
Because when we have a shortage of it and the price goes up, whatever, it's kind of like gold, right?
Yeah.
So other things that people invest in watches, believe it or not, have been like that in, like, say, the past 10, 15 years. People, young business people, are graduating from Harvard or Yale or whatever, and they're investing their money in different things, and watches is one of the things they're investing their money in, because 3 years ago, a $3,000 Rolex that was $3,000 3 years ago is now $40,000.
How? What the I don't even know.
They rise and they fall because of supply and demand, just like everything with capitalism goes. So watches are just as hot of an investment commodity right now as Berkshire Hathaway stocks, Google stock. Literally, these people are quoted as saying buying a Rolex, a vintage Rolex, is the same as buying Google stock these days.
Oh my God, that's dumb. Speaking of dumb things, New Jersey, they had, like all these cities across the country, like their different departments, of course, have their own Twitters.
Okay.
So
yeah.
The New Jersey's transit department.
See,
Twitter
this is
account,
not just any transit department though.
This
Like
is
that's
the New Jersey.
That's the subway into New York. So
in the bus system too.
Correct.
But anyway, they posted a video on their official Twitter account of a man who was essentially rocking an ATM back and forth down the sidewalk to the bus stop while the bus stop was sitting there, or while the bus was sitting there.
Just walking it?
Yeah, you could imagine.
Time?
You could imagine somebody rocking it and getting it down the sidewalk. Gets to the actual bus door opens, and then you can hear the driver go, "Oh, no." And then just shut the door right back, and the guy's like, "Come on! Like, are you serious? Like,
I got it all the way down
You're
here.
gonna do me like this?"
I got it down here.
And that's when the video ends. Some people think it might be fake. I would imagine there's a likelihood of it being fake, but they actually asked, caption this. Like, they were trying to do it to be kind of fun.
Okay.
But who knows where the video actually came from? It was just kind of like a video that they had, but could have been real, could have not been. It was just a straight up cell phone camera.
Now, was this a big man? I mean, like,
he was about your size, actually.
I don't know that I could work an ATM.
It was a little one. You know how some gas stations have those little short ones that aren't very big? It was like that size.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
We're not talking about one attached to a bank, nothing like that. Like,
I mean, I'm not a sissy, but I don't know that I'm walking a 25 gun safe down the sidewalk.
Oh, hell no.
That kind of sounds like this. So, naked man. I'm not going to tell you what country this man's from. I'm going to make you guess.
Okay.
Naked man tries to board plane claiming to be more aerodynamic. So this man passes through security, right? Like he goes and gets his ticket.
Can I say Alabama?
I said country.
I know, but can I?
Absolutely. That counts.
Answer?
That counts. It's
okay.
valid. That's valid. It's wrong, but it's valid. This man got his ticket, went through the gates, and then, like Magic Mike, ripped his tearaway pants and shirt off, and then butt naked starts jetting for the plane.
Pun intended.
Yeah, like gets onto the jetway and makes it almost onto the plane butt naked and says, quote, "I fly with more agility when I'm undressed." Don't you need agility when you fly?
You do. If you want to get that speed picked up, it's, agility matters.
The word aerodynamic, more aerodynamic and agility. I mean, I guess aerodynamics is something that comes into my mind when I'm naked. Like,
do you have to calculate the drag for the?
That's kind of what I'm talking. Jeez, looked like he was wearing a messenger bag. Yeah, I mean, messenger bag. Well, that'll carry some drag with it. Ever try running with a messenger bag, Hayden?
Okay.
Listeners, anyone out there ever try running? It's not easy to do.
Or like trying to play sports in boxers instead of boxer briefs.
Yeah.
That's a bad move.
It's really difficult. Yeah, loincloth. I got another one about a man from you can guess the state here. Oh, this guy.
Oh, where did this guy come from?
Mother Russia.
Oh, of course, it was Russia.
He was a Ruski. You knew that.
I literally was gonna go there, and I was like, it's too obvious, but whatever. Alabama.
Let's stay in Russia. Let's stay in Russia, and let's talk about the first ever slapping championships that were taking place in Siberia. Yes. Please, God, tell me that you have seen videos of these men, hands on the table, bellied up to the bar, staring each other in the face, exchanging open hand slaps to the face.
To the jaw.
Until they give up.
Or knocked out.
Just
that's
each other.
That's the trigger spot. To knock someone out the best way, right there in the corner of the jaw where it breaks your head.
If you can pop their neck once, they just go unconscious like boxing.
That's why people get knocked out in these slap contests, because they just catch them with that palm right there, just good enough, and then.
Dude, I saw videos of some of these dudes that look like. You remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan from WWF back in the day? Arms like a tree trunk. And going up, just slapping each other. One of the best videos I saw of it, though, was just these two guys, probably about my size, just exchanging slaps, back and forth and back, and neither one of them budging, just kind of that look on their face. Just take it. Slap. What did the five fingers say to the face? Slap. Okay. I also want to talk about Florida man. So we got to have a Florida story, right? I should say, I don't want to talk about a Florida man who called the police because he paid for sex and got scammed.
Oh.
So John,
of course.
Yeah, this happens, right?
This is what you do
in Florida, West Palm Beach.
He sold me fake crack.
Yep. That's another Florida story that we've come across before. Well, this man, John Omer Single of West Palm Beach, says he allegedly paid $500 to a group of 4 people at a Days Inn, so at least one of them would come back and have sex with him.
At least one of them.
Single said they took the money, but no one showed back up for the sex. So he called the police and was arrested for solicitation of a prostitute.
Oh, what's his name?
John.
Oh, poor John.
Yeah.
You're such a moron.
Sorry, dude. He's homeless. They got him in bed for the night. So.
Oh, he was homeless?
Yeah.
And he had money to
He had $500.
To pay 4 people for a bone session?
This was his claim. So, you know what his bail was set at?
Maybe he was just trying to get money from... Maybe it was like a scam backfired. Maybe
the 4 people he's talking about, the police don't even know if they exist.
That's what... Oh, maybe. You're right.
Do you know what his bail was set at?
What?
$500.
Judge is like, how much money do you have in his pocket? $500, sir. Make his bail $500.
$500. That's right. That's good. You got another one?
Yo, dude, yes. This one you're going to love.
Okay, bring it.
It could have been a full lengther, but going to make it quick. So
that's what she said.
Jack the Ripper. Did you see this? This was in big news, so this is real stuff. Jack the Ripper's identity was discovered through, what do you guess?
Ancestry. 23andMe.
DNA.
Yeah.
So basically there's been this piece of evidence in the storage locker since 1888, September, when this crime happened, of a shawl from one of the women, the 4th woman he killed, and it still had semen and blood on it. So they were able to run the DNA, and sure enough, found 2 people that matched, and they go back the family tree, go back to one of their key suspects of who they thought was Jack the Ripper back in the day, but never found him because he disappeared. Turns out he did it because there's basically no other way with the DNA testing to say that it has to be someone from their direct lineage, and the fact that this guy was one of our key suspects but disappeared on us. And then they apparently, because of DNA, they can read the characteristics. We're almost so good with reading human DNA that we can say, yeah, that one's definitely going to have brown eyes and blonde hair. And
the markers. Yeah, they're getting really good at the markers. Yeah,
they basically were able to look at it and say this guy would have been about yay tall, been a slim guy, and he met all the criteria of like the best witness testimony that they had of somebody that said they saw him like fleeing from the crime of that one.
So they're like gonna pin it on him. They're gonna just say that
they're
it's
pretty much saying like it's one of those like upper 90% chance that it's definitely that guy.
Yeah, and see that's kind of I've actually heard some stuff to the anti-DNA lately about how a lot of stories like what you're saying have come to the forefront, and people have been almost romanticizing DNA that way, but almost overlooking the collection techniques and the
well, they've been studying this shawl for this exact study for 8 years now.
Sure, but what are the chances? Just throw it out there. The possibilities that sometime between September 1888 and when they got that shawl,
right,
that there was some type of contamination.
Fair point.
So, like, have you ever seen the show Adam Ruins Everything?
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen the one about DNA?
Oh, yeah.
So, the one about the cotton swabs, like, there was a story about cotton swabs. These two men were convicted of murder because of some DNA that was found on a cotton swab or whatever. And then they found out that it was just a woman that was licking them before she put them in the box. A woman that worked at the factory. It was her DNA that was on there.
Oh, my God.
That was contaminating
I forgot
and
about
it altered it. Like, so there's just...
Right.
Any types of things.
I guess they were basically taking the crusty old semen and into
well, that's
it,
what I'm saying. Is how do you know it's not crusty old semen and pollen and all this other shit that could have, like transformed into...
They're a lot better at this than we are.
Could make it your DNA. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. I still like to think that they figured it out. And that
You're like, yeah, it's true.
He was...
It's not true.
I mean, what? I mean, like... Who cares, dude? This dude's been dead for like 150 years.
Yeah, and they're spending a lot of money still trying to solve that case.
Oh, not really 150. I mean, who knows how long he's been dead? But this happened going on 104. What? 1888? What's the math there? Like 130, 140 years?
Yeah, 131 years.
Yeah. So, I mean,
130. It'd be 131 in September.
That's right. But I mean, he's been dead so long, and so have his like kids, like. And probably their kids, like, at this point. So, like, who the hell cares? Like...
I don't. I know that.
I honestly, if I found it that my, like, great-great-great-great-grandfather or something like that was Jack the Ripper, like, I'm not a psychopath, but now I'm all of a sudden famous because of my family lineage. Like, I don't know. That might be kind of cool.
I think it would be pretty cool.
Like, I'm not a psycho... I don't kill people.
All psychopaths say I'm not a psychopath, so
I don't kill people.
Yeah, it's just kind of wasn't me. You remember Travis Kalanick?
I know the name. Who is it? What did he do?
Uber.
Oh yeah.
Uber's old CEO.
Yeah. I remember. Now.
Remember how like he got ousted? We talked. Go back and listen to our podcast. The beginning episodes. We've talked about many companies: Amazon, Uber. Who else have we talked about religiously? Basically those two, right?
Oh yeah, basically those two.
I mean, those two we
Netflix.
just chronicled Netflix. We chronicled them, Elon Musk, basically on all of their growth over the last year and a half, 2 years. And Kalanick got kicked out, ousted from the company that he built from the ground up, Uber, and got his $1.2 billion share sale that he was able to push through and pocket that cash. They wouldn't let him sell any more than that. And you and I theorized that he was going, I believe, and I wish I would have went back and got the cut of it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure my words were something like, my guess is that he takes this money and he starts his own business, whether it's a trucking company or whatever. He's starting a trucking company. So he just invested like $35 million in this startup trucking and logistics company that's going to be basically kind of like a UPS type
of
about that idea. And he has as his CEO of this company a guy that was his, like, I think his CFO or a high-ranking officer of Uber. His name is Tiger Feng.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's his real name.
That's
like
incredible.
Feng. How awesome is that?
Tiger Feng.
Tiger Feng.
I mean...
That's the guy that's running your business.
Talk about a name to pick up women at a bar with.
Give it to
My
him.
name's Tiger Fang. What's your name, honey? That's my pickup women voice, which is terrible.
I like it.
Which is why I don't do it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you're married.
And I'm married.
Yeah.
That's the primary reason. That sounded terrible the way all that came out. Sorry, honey. Love you.
The only reason I don't pick up chicks is because my voice sucks. But I have a podcast, so it is what it is. I got. What else you got? Is that it?
That was the only two that I.
Last thing I don't want to talk about is Papa John's. So, do you remember Papa John being on that earnings call? Just
saying the N-word,
kind of just casually throwing out the N-word.
Yeah.
And
they said bye.
Who his new face of Papa John's is?
Who?
Shaq.
Shaq? He's not for the General anymore?
The Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, he needed an upgrade from the General.
He's upgraded from the General. Then,
what was it, Dove lotion?
No, not Dove.
Or was it Lubriderm?
No, I guess it was. Was it Dove Men Care?
Yeah,
Extra Men Care. Yeah. And then the Thermopad heat wraps.
Yep. That's his other one.
He was all about Icy Hot.
I never even realized that Shaq had this many brands that he he represented.
He makes so much money. And
but the General was just like, oh, Shaq. That's just sad. I mean, they must pay him a lot.
Well, no, see, the General was one of the first ones that he got out of basketball. And I don't know. My guess is that a friend runs that company. It's based out of Nashville, right?
I mean, it's the
General's,
underdog.
Their headquarters are in Nashville. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe some friends or something, But anyway, he is the face of Papa John's going forward and is now officially a board member.
Wow.
He's getting paid. Like, the only way that he agreed to do this.
They go from ousting the guy that says the N-word to bringing in a guy.
Hang on there, Papa. Hang on, Papa. I'm going to need all the money. Big Daddy Aristotle going to need all the money.
That's a big swing.
He ain't never gonna do that for anything less than all the money.
All the money.
Like, that's all Shaq wants. All the money.
You ever hear that story of him getting I think it was Lamborghini or Ferrari, one of the two, that had to chop and custom make him a Ferrari or like I said, I can't remember which one it was.
Everything in his life is custom.
I mean, no, but for real, like, they literally had to take one and then custom build it an extra 2.5 feet longer so he could get in it.
Oh yeah, so they could fit seats in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, seats and an engine for Shaq. Yeah, everything's custom made for that man.
Yeah.
To his shoes, his bed, the door frame at his house.
The door frame.
Everything for this man. So, I don't really have much else, that I don't want to talk about, to be honest. Have you ever heard of a never event at a hospital?
A never event?
They call it a quote-unquote never event.
Don't know what that means.
Anyone that anyone that you know in the medical profession, ask them if they've ever been involved in a never event. But a never event is exactly kind of what it sounds like. An event that should never happen.
Oh.
Because there are so many protocols in place to make sure that something like that doesn't happen. Like, one small example of a never event might be they remove my liver instead of my kidney, because the wrong organ, the wrong organ was put down, or me and a John Smith and a James Smith are in rooms close to each other and we have similar handwriting or something, and I might sign John Smith's testicular cancer removal form, and James Smith might sign my angiogram, which is a x-ray of your blood vessels. Yeah. All of these types of things.
Hey Bob.
Yeah.
This guy's testicles look great.
They look pretty good. Take them.
Are you sure we're taking these out?
Take them. He signed the paper. Take them. Yeah, that's just a couple examples, man. I swear I heard of one locally, but what I read about was one in across the pond, and in the UK, Leicester City. Ever heard of Leicester?
No.
I think it's
Leicestershire.
It's like Leiscei.
There's so many damn names in England.
Tstier, something like that. It's bullshit. Yeah, never event. Ask somebody about a never event. You out there, ask someone about a never event. Hopefully you've never experienced a never event, because those are seem to be terrifying.
I have one other current news that I didn't write down, but we have to at least just mention it, is old Mama June.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Nothing is more just sad yet satisfying all of the same story.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Because at the same time, you feel bad for, Honey Boo Boo, whatever her real name in real life is. I forget.
Honey Boo Boo.
But the girl, I mean, she's like a full-grown teenager at this point now, like probably almost 20 years old. And just like that's the...
No perspective on life.
Oh, no. But I mean, or just like the mockery they made of her.
Yeah.
Like, it's so sad. Because that child was what made that show awful. But then Mama June really filled the gaps on all the other parts, man. With
oh man, I love your wordplay right there.
That was
she filled some gaps.
She filled in the gap. Not anymore, man. She took her like what was it, $250,000 that she made that she got to pocket off of that show, and bought like just reconstructive everything, like boob job, tuck this, cut that out, suck that out. She got what's the stapled stomach, so you can't eat as much.
Yeah,
she did all of it, and then lost like 1 million pounds, and then right back to the rocks, man.
Yep.
Busted at a gas station, fighting with somebody, and when the cops came, they searched her vehicle and found a crack and a crack pipe on her.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yes.
I mean, just gotcha.
How do you go from that?
How do you get into a fight with someone while holding a crack pipe?
You high on crack?
Yeah, I guess so.
It has to be.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Man.
Okay, but anyway, that was incredible.
Thanks for bringing it to Mama June at the end. I appreciate that.
Mama June.
There was a little beauty pageant at our establishment the other day, and so that kind of
big bows and glitter,
just turning your kid into an ornament or some prop.
A lot of frills,
lots of flair, sequins and tutus,
tutus,
lots of those, lots of moms with cameras, screaming. That shit just drives me nuts.
Oh, like the ones that's like a sideline coach of when they're on the stage?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You know what I mean? Like yelling out the play at them while they're while they're walking.
Yeah.
Twirl, damn it! Twirl!
Because they're there. Yeah. They're there. It's so sad. But some of the people say that same thing about sports. Parents that yell at their kids about sports, so it's all relative. But anyway, we've been going on forever. It's just a little
different when there's not the excitement of like somebody like crossing up on somebody, and
or even the background noise of sneakers going, to kind of drown out something.
There's no horn. A non-energetic kid walking down the runway while their parent screams at them. It's just I feel different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't watch child pageants. Do you like watching kid pageants?
I don't like any pageants. Are you kidding me? They're all just misogynistic, awful messes, dude.
One more thing just came to my mind. Have you ever seen Dimitri Martin stand up comedy?
Yeah.
Like
I haven't seen like.
I don't think he's done anything recently. I mean, if he has,
he had that awesome one where he's drawing on the board the whole time.
Yeah,
that one's incredible.
So I will never forget, because this was recently after I had kids. I heard his joke about how people always ask him to look at pictures of their kids.
Oh, yeah.
But if he were to walk up to them and just ask to see pictures of their kids, he's the weird one. like me just showing random people pictures of my kids, that's not weird at all.
No.
But someone random coming up and asking for pictures of my kids, that's extremely weird. Isn't it funny how that works?
It is funny. There's so many things in life that are that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, depending on the context of the situation, it's either like the worst thing or the nicest thing you could possibly do.
Mm-hmm. That's life. Yeah, man. Love it. All right, plug them.
Big Red Van at the Big Red Van Pod on all the social media platforms. At the Big Red Van Podcast at gmail.com if you want to email us. We did get some emails lately, so thanks for that communication. That's awesome. We love feedback, and we love to hear from our listeners. So,
yeah, I mean, what do you do without feedback?
Dwindle away and die.
You don't eat your feedback.
Oh.
Raleigh Theodore Sakers. It's a homework assignment for all of our listeners. Go to YouTube, type in Raleigh Theodore Sakers, sit and listen to 9 minutes of it. You will thank me later. Thank you everyone for joining us. This has been a whole lot of fun. Hopefully we get together next time. We've got a guest or two. We're trying to get some things lined up and have some real fun for you. Keep the communication coming in, but for now, we'll definitely catch you on the next one.
Play us out.